Hey, YouTube pipe community. Good to see you all. Little housekeeping. I'm smoking my Peterson 107 with the copper army mount. Love this pipe. And in it, I've got a blend that's new to me. I'm giving it a shot tonight. That blend being Cornell and Deal Exhausted Rooster. So some comedic cover art there. It's a rooster surrounded by a harem of hens, and he's exhausted for obvious reasons. So, funny tin art. It's a Virginia Perique with a little bit of dark fired and a little bit of a top note of something or other. Supposedly kind of a liqueur topping. I didn't know the proportions going into it. I was expecting more dark fired Kentuckys. When you look at it, it's mostly Virginias. Which are pretty obvious. A lot of bright Virginias. You do get a fleck here and there of something darker, either the Perique or the dark fired Kentucky. And you get a real, raisiny, kind of slightly fruity, but a little bit darker. You do get a little hint of that liqueur kind of topping, but it smells wonderful in the tin. I've been smoking it now for 15 minutes, and yeah, I would say this is easily one of my favorite Cornell and Deal blends so far. That's not saying a lot. I'm not a big Cornell and Deal guy. But you do get the Virginias, the sweetness from the Virginias. You do get kind of a plumminess, and I don't know, that's either the tobaccos, the way they combine, or the top note. Like I said, it's kind of there's a hint of like a liqueur, kind of a plum liqueur kind of a thing going on there. I'm not a big aromatic guy, but you're mostly getting the tobaccos and just a hint of something else. I'm outside, so there's not a room note, but you can, when you're smoking it, you get a nice kind of a something extra, not just tobacco. So it has a nice scent to it, at least for somebody like me. I don't know, if you're not used to smoke, you probably wouldn't like it either way, but good stuff. Worth giving it a shot if you get the chance. Like I said, probably one of my favorite all-time Cornell and Deal blends, but I can't think of a whole lot of others that I actually like outside of Opening Night, which is a straight Virginia. And I like all the stuff they do for GLPs. But yeah, most of their stuff, their philosophy is, they don't finish it a lot. They expect you to age it, and it kind of finishes itself. But I think this one's pretty good straight out of the tin without any age. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, I don't have a lot of other guys that I smoke pipe with, but I recently found out one of my buddies smokes a pipe. So that was cool. And then the other guy that I smoke with, I smoke cigars, but he said he'd be game for trying it. So I picked up an estate pipe, and I fixed it up, and I'm going to get those guys together, and we're going to smoke pipe. So I'm looking forward to that. But I wanted to show you the end results. So I'll put this down for a second. My favorite pipe shake, as some of you know, is a Peterson 606, which is a pot. This happens to be a Donegal Rocky, so it's kind of got the rusticated finish. This is a saddle bit. I don't have all the tools of restoration, so a lot of this I had to do by hand. I did kind of On the stem itself, uh, an oxygenated bleach bath to kind of sanitize it, clean it up, get rid of some of the oxidation. And then I put some Flitz metal polish on the ebonite stem. I was watching a movie with my wife, so I had a couple hours to kill anyway, so I was just sitting there. We watched Dune, if any of you guys were wondering. I think that was the second part. Anyway, um, but yeah, so nice piano key black. I do have some obsidian oil. So after I polished it up, I put some obsidian oil on it. Um, the pipe itself, I used some Murphy's and a kind of a nylon brush. Scrubbed the outside clean. Um, there wasn't a ton of cake, so I did ream it out some. Um, I used also just to be gentle. I use kind of sandpaper and my finger to kind of keep things even inside. Um, did some kind of what's the Everclear? I used Everclear, some bristle brushes to really clean out the shank, make sure it wasn't ghosted. Um, yeah, did spend some time on the rim. And it's not too bad for an estate pipe, not too dark. And yeah, I used a little bit of the Flitz on the nickel band, so that's nice and shiny. And yeah, not bad. I'm happy with the results. Hopefully, my buddy Chris will be as well, and we'll get together and smoke pipe and see what he thinks. We can still smoke cigars if he's not a pipe guy, but I'm evangelizing. What can I say? So, yeah, very cool. Peterson, nice P there on the side. But anyway, so that was my latest pipe project. I think it turned out pretty well. So we'll have to see how it smokes for him. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. My back went out again. Kind of half went out this time. I got to the doctor sooner. Been on some meds for that. I'm not alone tonight. I've got a praying mantis that's on the hunt, and the light here. Usually I have my uh, old school lantern, kerosene lantern out here because it doesn't attract the bugs, but I can still see. But I wanted to show off the pipe, so I've got the floods on, and so it attracts the bugs, and that's prey for the mantis. So not alone. Anyway, I picked up a couple other essentials to get him going, and so he should be all set. Not sure when we'll get around to that, but looking forward to it. I'm in the middle of reading Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. About halfway through. I'm not reading it. I'm doing an audiobook. Not Audible. I just use the library. The library's got like apps that are free, and so you can just download books. It's pretty cool. And I can't say that I'm loving it so far, but getting through it, I guess. The beauty of an audiobook is if it's not your favorite book, you can kind of, 1.5 speed, 2 times speed, and get through it a little quicker. If you've read it, let me know what you think. Does it get better? I'm gonna finish it, but I think next in my queue I've got Catch 22. Haven't read that one, so anyway. Let me know in the comments, guys. I think when I have my 2 friends over, I think one of them, the guy that does smoke pipe, just does so occasionally, and he's kind of a Captain Black kind of guy. So, um, let me know if you could do 3 blends with newer pipe smokers. What would you do? Um, I was thinking one Virginia Perique. Maybe I've got full Virginia Flake. I've also got Escudo. I should probably do an English blend. What English blend do you think I should do? I think I've got Nightcap, My Mixture 965. I've got Plum Pudding, um, Quiet Nights. I do have Maltese Falcon. Um, yeah, I've got a lot of different ones. So let me know what English blend I should do, and what would your third be? I've got some ones that I like, but I don't know. I like St. Bruno, but that might be a little much for a newer pipe smoker. Um, I got a bunch of Peterson. I got Irish Flake and uh, 3Ps. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Virginia blend, Virginia Perique, English, and third category. Other than that, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to finish this pipe, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Talk to you guys again soon.